Well, if we go right to SchoolView, www.schoolview.org, this is where we land, and we're going to go ahead and click on the Colorado Growth Model. We're going to go ahead and select by name. We can also select by map if we're not really sure where we want to take a look, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and select by name, and we're going to go ahead and pick Denver. And now it shows us all of the schools in Denver County, but we're actually going to go and limit this a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and just pick middle schools. And now we see that we have this horizontal line that goes across, and that horizontal line is the average percent proficient and advanced in the state for middle schools. And then we've got the 50th percentile line right here, which is the state average, or the median student growth percentile for the state, which is equivalent to a year's growth in a year's time. So all of the schools to the right of this here have above average growth for their kids, more than a year's growth in a year's time, and the schools on this side have a little less than a year's growth in a year's time, even if they're above or below average achievement. And we can go ahead and pick a couple of schools to look at, and we can use the control click, which is a new feature we've added, and we might be interested in Greenwood Elementary School. We can click on that. And we might be interested in Denver School of Science and Technology, and we'll click on that. And we might be interested maybe in, here's Slavens, or here's Grant Ranch, K-8, and we can go ahead and pick on that. And so we've just chosen 3 schools that we might want to examine across years and in different grades. And this is mathematics, reading, and writing. So we can see that in this case we've picked 3 schools that all have above average achievement, different growth rates, all pretty good growth rates, right? All above, well above the state average, well above a year's growth in a year's time. Let's see how those same schools are doing in reading. And we can see in reading it's a little different. This year, Grant Ranch was, right about there at 50, right in the middle. And Greenwood Elementary is has a little lower achieving in reading, but also still good growth. And Denver Science and Tech here, also strong growth in achievement. Now within one of these schools, if we want to take a look at Grant Ranch K-8 Middle, we want to look at how different groups of students are doing. We can look at different ethnicity groups, or girls and boys, or other groups. And we'll go ahead and click on other groups for a second. And so now we're within Grant Ranch K-8 Middle School, and we're looking at the growth and achievement of gifted and talented students, of students that are eligible for free and reduced priced lunches, which would be your students that are low income, and we're looking at students that are English language learners, and students on IEPs. And what's important to note is that while achievement levels are different for all of these students, in all cases, all of these groups have growth rates above the state average. And so whether you're low income, in fact low income students in this school have the highest growth rate of 68% growth. That's terrific. That means their growth rates for low income students in this school far exceeds the state average for non-low income students. And that's really important to know. And we have gifted and talented students that are doing well in achievement and pretty well in growth. And we can compare the same thing for these different groups of students by reading and mathematics. And we see the students, low income students, are doing a little less good in terms of growth in reading. And we can also look at math. And boy, in math, this school seems to be a rock star, right? Everyone's growing. And look at even the growth rates for students on special education students on IEPs are growing at the 80th percentile. So, the story is pretty good for Grant Ranch Middle School here.